I'll do it again so you can see it again. What is this?
A spinal cord?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. This is obviously a human spinal cord. And the things that you guys already know and you should know by just looking at this is just simple things. The name of these nerves are called what? These are the brachial plexus. Your brachial plexus, which goes into your hand and arms and all that. So these are your brachial plexus. These right here, down here, these are your sacral plexus, which will then, this is part of your sacral plexus, which will then turn into your sacral nerve.
Oh yeah, that's
Or sciatic nerve. Sorry.
Sciatic.
Yeah. So this is your sciatic nerve, right, which goes all the way down. Another thing that's important for you to know is the dura mater. This is the dura mater, which connects to the pia mater, which then connects to the spinal cord itself. You can't really see the pia mater. You can kind of see it. If I had like tweezers to pull it up, you can, but you can't see it. We can't pin the pia mater. But we can ask you what's the immediate layer that connects to
the arachnoid mater, then to the pia mater.
What about
the other way around. So arachnoid. Don't worry about all that on here. The only thing that you need to worry about on here is the dura mater.
Okay.
The pia mater, you can't see it.
Okay.
I can try to get it out, but you can't really tell. Okay. So you got the dura mater. This right here, you see these little bumps? Lymph nodes that, kind of looks like a lymph node. Okay, these are called dorsal root ganglion. Okay, so these are your dorsal root. Have you guys done that stuff yet in lecture? You have, right? No. Okay, so these are your dorsal root ganglion.
Are these organs? Do you have to of the
spinal cord?
Of the spinal cord.
Yeah.
So ganglion of the spinal cord.
Yeah, dorsal root ganglion of the spinal cord. This right here is the posterior median sulcus. Posterior median sulcus of the spinal cord. So far you have the dura mater, you have the dorsal root ganglions, you have the posterior median sulcus right here, you have the brachial plexus, you have the sacral plexus, and then this right here is basically it ends, right? It ends into your coccyx bone. And it's called the filum terminale. The filum terminale.
It terminates.
Okay, it's a terminal, so it's the end of the road. Filum terminale right here. Now, when I open the dura mater up, okay, you can see how the spinal cord is intact up until it's always intact, and right about here it starts to branch off. You see how it's starting to branch off? And the area where it starts to branch off right here, it's called the oh god damn it, cauda. Where's that thing? I'm sorry, I'll just keep going on and I'll see that. The strings are called cauda equina.
Cauda what?
Cauda equina. Cauda equina. It's CAUDA equina. EQUI. Exactly. And this right here, where it starts to branch off, it's like the cone. The cone will come and it starts to branch off. That cone shape, or where it starts to branch off, is called conus medullaris. So this region right here is the conus medullaris. Conus medullaris. Cauda equina. These are cauda equina. Filum terminale. Filum terminale. You have your sacral plexus. You have your brachial plexus. You have your dorsal root ganglion. You have your this is going to be your cervical region. Not all of the cervical region. How many cervical vertebrae do we have? 7, right? So if you look, 1, 2, 3, 4 are only here. There's 3 missing up here. So the atlas, the axis, and the third cervical bone are missing. So you don't need to worry about that. And you do know that the brachial plexus start from the 4th one. So you have your brachial plexus. So if these are your cervical, then the next 12 after that have to be your thoracic region, right? So next 12 is thoracic, and then it's your lumbar region. After your lumbar, you have your sacral region. Now, if I was to pin somehow between here and here, this is called your lumbosacral enlargement. So this enlargement. So lumbosacral enlargement of the spinal cord. These are all going to be of the spinal cord. I'm going to go over it one last time. So you have your cervical region, you have your thoracic region, you have your lumbar region, you have your sacral region. Here you have your filum terminale, you have your cauda equina, these string-looking like things, and then you have your conus medullaris, where it's right before it starts to get stringy like this. So this is your conus medullaris.
Is that where the thoracic vertebrae is, or is that where the lumbar?
Yeah, it's still in the thoracic.
Thoracic.
region.
Okay. So the strings, when it starts to branch, is that still in the thoracic before it hits, or?
Your lumbar, yes.
Okay.
So you have your dura mater, pia mater you cannot see. You have your dorsal root ganglion, and then you have your posterior median sulcus.
Left, right, no?
What?
Left, right?
Do you need to say left or right? Yeah. So if I was to point here, only on the plexuses. So if I was to point here, you say left sacral plexus of the spinal cord, or right brachial plexus of the spinal cord.
Maybe leave a little instrument, so if you have to lift something up, we can see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if it's going to be, you might not be able to, unless you've got larger trays, you might not be able to spread that out.
You don't really need to spread it out. I mean, when we pin it, we'll try to pin it so that it's
Very
obvious.
visible.
Yeah.
They're good at that.
Because I mean, sometimes.
I know. If it is, you can always raise your hand and we'll come up. So that's it.